Jerome, I found today's class about crime and the American dream very interesting.
Thank you, Lizzie. Unfortunately, the statistics paint a dismal picture for the future success of minorities.
I do believe that it's unfair to put people in certain categories or be stereotypical.
You're right, it is unfair and unfortunate, but the reality is that it still goes on in today's world.
My parents were fortunate enough to have good jobs, so they were not tempted to commit crimes to achieve their monetary goals in life.
My parents grew up in bad neighborhoods and had to live by the code of the streets, which means they had to survive by any means necessary.
Statistics shows that I'm less likely to commit a serious crime than you are simply because I am a woman.
Well, Lizzie, that's true, just like statistics shows that I am predisposed to commit crimes simply because of my gender and ethnicity. Let's get back to class and discuss some more issues of the politics of injustice. Lizzie, do you believe that community-based crime prevention programs are working and are effective?
I know that in my neighborhood, we have a neighborhood watch program and we have a few police officers that live there as well.
That's good, Lizzie, but you would probably be surprised to know that these programs actually do not have a strong effect on rates or fear of crime.
Oh, I did not know that. I just assumed that because crime is not very common in my neighborhood that it was an effective program.
Sorry, Lizzie, I did not mean to scare you, but when I was growing up I often heard that sound in my neighborhood. The people in my neighborhood did not trust the police because of police brutality.
I could not imagine being harassed and targeted because I lived in a particular neighborhood.
The good news though is there has been some progress over the past 20 years. The Supreme Court ruling in the case of Tennessee versus Garner in 1985 limited a police officer's use of deadly force on a fleeing suspect. They must have probable cause that the suspect poses a significant threat to others.
Jerome, how do you feel about certain approaches to community crime prevention such as order maintenance?
In the attempt to maintain order in our communities, its negative consequence is that it produces the highest rates of incarceration in the world. The aggressive tactics used by the police actually causes more crime than it prevents.
Jerome, I am learning vital information on how crime affects different people from different walks of life.
Lizzie, I am passionate about the criminal justice system and I like to educate as many people as I can on the current issues we face.
I do realize that people on the opposite side of the tracks, so to speak, do have different views on crime in their neighborhoods. In my neighborhood, we tend to think of crime being committed by outsiders. I know, however, that this is an unfair assessment of people I do not know.
Lizzie, if more people in our community thought as you do right now, it would be a huge step toward becoming an unbiased society.